Sabu. So, I will be reviewing ECW Heatwave 1998. So, without further ado, let's get started. And in the opening match, we had Justin Greppel going one-on-one with Jerry Lynn. And this match was pretty good. There were a bit too many interferences for my liking. Justin Greppel had like 3 people with him. It was Nicole Bass, Chastity, and a guy named Jason. I don't know who that is. But yeah, they kept getting involved in the match. But it was entertaining when Jerry Lynn started like taking all of them out. So that was fun. And this crowd, oh my gosh. I always forget how hyped the ECW crowds were back then. My gosh, they were so loud. Yeah, pretty good match, just a bit too many interferences. And next up we had Lance Storm versus Chris Candido. And this was another pretty good match. And this was actually the first time I've ever seen Chris Candido wrestle. I've always heard his name before, but I've never seen him in a match. So yeah, this was the first time for me, and I could tell that he was a really good wrestler. And I just looked up how old he was when he passed away, because I know he did, and he was only 33 years old. That is ridiculously too young. So yeah, very unfortunate that happened. But yeah, anyways, good match here. And Lance Storm is always great. Lance Storm is very underrated. He was such a good wrestler, and it does. I can't help but always think, like when I hear Lance Storm, I think of the word boring, but that's only because of Stone Cold Steve Austin. So, but yeah, Lance Storm is a great wrestler, and so was Chris Candido from this match that I saw. But yeah, like I said, pretty good match. And after that, we had Masato Tanaka versus Mike Awesome. And when I saw that this match was on the card for this show, I got so excited because I am such a big fan of their match from When I Stand 2005. So yeah, I was hyped. I was like, oh shit, no way, this is on here. And this match certainly did not disappoint in the slightest. My gosh, this was awesome. Pun intended, I guess. Yeah, these two, they always try to kill each other. Now, unfortunately, this is only the second match I've seen of theirs. You know, obviously the other match being their When I Say No 5 match, but yeah, I really want to watch all their matches because I believe they had a good bit of matches. Actually, let me pull it up real quick. Let's do it in real time. Let me see on Cage Match how many they had. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. It looks like 8 matches, I think, or more. In ECW, they had 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think it was 7. They had 7 matches. Okay. So I will definitely get on that of watching all their matches. But yeah, this was fucking great. This was awesome. And my gosh, speaking of awesome, Masato Tanaka, he gave Mike Awesome an awesome bomb over the top rope onto a table, onto the outside, and Mike Awesome landed right on his freaking neck. I was like, oh my gosh, is he alive? Yeah, man. Actually, you know what? I forgot to mention this, but this show, Heatwave 1998, is actually free on Daily Motion. It's in 3 parts, but yeah, I highly suggest you guys go ahead and watch this match for free. And even this whole show while you're at it. But yeah, this match is fucking great. I can watch these two fight all day long. But yeah, great match here. And then we had for the ECW World Tag Team titles, the champions Rob Van Dam and the late great Sabu defended their titles against Hayabusa and Jinsei Shinzaki. And if I could describe this match in one word, it would be messy. This match was a train wreck for sure, but a started things out, and they weren't really on the same page at first. There were a couple botches, but then the match developed into like a tornado-style tag team match. And of course, since this is ECW, there were tons of weapons, chairs, tables used. And speaking of tables, there was a spot where the table leg broke, and so it made for a very awkward moment in the match that resulted in a spot not going as planned, which would have been awesome, but it didn't happen that way. So yeah, I guess they had to like improvise on the spot of like what to do. So yeah, a few awkward moments like that happened throughout this match. But this was still a fun match. I really enjoyed it. And this was actually the first match I've ever seen from Hayabusa and Jinsei Shinzaki. And man, there's a shot at the beginning where like they showed the both of them like in one frame, like when they're like introducing the teams, and they look so badass. Like, oh my gosh, what a shot. But yeah, this was a lot of fun. And I was gonna say this at the end of my review, but because I wanted to review an ECW pay-per-view in honor of Sabu because of his passing, and I was looking up like what are the top Sabu matches of all time, and this match popped up. So I was like, you know what, I'll watch it. I've never seen Hayabusa nor Jinsei Shinzaki wrestle before. So yeah, if you're wondering why I picked Heatwave 98 to review, that's why, and also because of Sabu. But yeah, I am glad I watched this match though. It was a lot of fun, minus all the other stuff that happened. This was still a fun match. And in the semi-main event, we had a Falls Count Anywhere match for the FTW Championship, as we had the champion Taz defending his title against Bam Bam Bigelow. In this match, oh my gosh, was it fucking nuts. Oh my gosh. They definitely used the Falls Count Anywhere stipulation to like the extent, to the extreme, I should say. Yeah, this was just nuts, and I feel so bad for the security guards because those ECW fans, my gosh, they were like all over the place. So yeah, they were fighting all throughout the crowd, and man, dude, I actually have this match playing in the background on mute as I'm rewatching it again because it was that damn good. And the finish was so good. Well, first of all, Taz gave Bam Bam a spinning DDT onto the ramp, through the ramp, I should say. So they both went through it, but Bam Bam popped out first. But then Taz came out second, like a few seconds after, and then ran up to Bam Bam and then put on the Taz mission, and then he won. I thought that was such a cool finish. I loved it. And speaking of Bam Bam, this was actually my first match of his that I've ever seen, so yeah, a lot of firsts for me tonight, or I should say for this pay-per-view that I'm watching tonight. But yeah, this match was awesome. I highly recommend you guys watch it. And in the main event, we had a 6-man tag team street fight match, as we had the team of the Dudleys, which consisted of Big Dick Dudley, Bubba Ray Dudley, and Devon Dudley, versus the team of Spike Dudley, the Sandman, and Tommy Dreamer. As expected, well, this wasn't another train wreck, but another fun one at that. Good lord, where did I even begin with this match? It was funny because at first it started as like a basic 6-man tag team match, just tag in your teammates. But then of course it spilled to the outside, and then all hell broke loose, basically. But yeah, tons of crazy spots this match. And this is definitely another match recommendation I suggest you guys go ahead and watch. I won't do it justice of like trying to describe all the spots in this match. There's just too many. Yeah, this was fun. I kind of expected it to be a bit more violent. I guess I'm just twisted and sick that way, but You guys probably get what I mean. Like, it was still violent, but I just thought it was gonna be like more violent because this match did have a story behind it of how the Dudleys took out Bila McGillicuddy, who I believe was with Tommy Dreamer, if my ECW history is correct. So yeah, but this was still a lot of fun. And then at the end, New Jack came back, and he brought a shopping cart full of weapons, and yeah, you can just imagine what happened after that. But yeah, this was a lot of fun. A great rematch to close out a very, very fun show. And that will do it for my review of ECW Heatwave 1998. Now, as I mentioned earlier, I did review this pay-per-view in honor of Sabu, who I'm still in shock over that he passed away, especially at the young age of only 60 years old. That's pretty young. But yeah, Sabu, man. Yeah, I've heard this thrown around a lot, and it's definitely true that he was definitely a pioneer for today's generation of wrestlers, for sure. You know, just this offense and the moves that he would do, just very innovative for the time in the 90s, for sure. And definitely paved the way for future wrestlers. And yeah, now obviously I didn't watch ECW in the 90s because I was only a baby then. I was born in 1997, but I did see the WWE version of ECW. I actually grew up watching that when it first started, and I was instantly drawn to Sabu. Just like the gimmick, the look of him, the theme song, of course his moveset. I don't know, just something about him I just like instantly just like gravitated towards, and he was definitely my favorite out of all the ECW guys, for sure. It'd be him, then Rob Van Dam, and then probably Sandman. But yeah, Sabu has always been my favorite guy from ECW. And yeah, again, it's very sad, but we will never forget him. I certainly won't ever. And yeah, he will always have a place in wrestling history, for sure. Damn sure. But yeah, in regards to this pay-per-view, this was a lot of fun. A whole hell of a lot of fun, for sure. Especially for this being my first ECW pay-per-view. My gosh, what a start. This was great. I had such a great time watching this show. And it just flew by the way. It felt very fast-paced. And I just loved the ECW style, you know, like no rules, just wrestlers going out there and just trying to win, basically, beating the shit out of their opponent. But yeah, this was a lot of fun. So yeah, I definitely want to watch more ECW pay-per-views in the future, for sure. Well, I did say this was my first ECW pay-per-view, but I have seen December to Dismember. The less said about that show, the better. So let me correct myself. My first original ECW pay-per-view. There we go. But yeah, if I would give the show a rating, oh man, in terms of pure fun, probably like a 9.5. Overall, a good 8, maybe 8.5. Match of the night. Oh gosh. I would say it's a tie between Mike Awesome versus Masato Tanaka and Taz versus Bam Bam Bigelow. Those matches were so fun. Really, all the matches were great. Yeah, those two matches, oh, so good. But yeah, that would do it for this review. So, as always, hope you guys enjoyed, and let me know in the comments down below what you guys thought of ECW Heatwave 1998, if you have seen it, and let me know what other ECW pay-per-views you guys want me to review for a future video, because I would love to watch more original ECW pay-per-views, for sure. So, yeah, don't let me say, this has been the ASR Fanatic signing